Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Classic Album Rewind, the show we're doing throughout the month of June here in 2021, where we're taking a look at a pretty classic album by a classic band that might be overshadowed ever so slightly by the maybe even bigger classic that came before it. So it's kind of like the follow-up to a fairly big classic, right, that this needs to be talked about. Right. So today we're going to take a look at an album released since September 1976 on the Jet label, recorded at various places, Musicland Studios in Munich, all right, Delane Leah Studios in Wembley, Cherokee Studios in Los Angeles, kind of worked on all over the place, produced by the main guy in the band, Jeff Lynne. Of course, we're talking about a new world record by the Electric Light Orchestra, otherwise known as ELO, right? So first album with the kind of spaceship and logo and all that kind of stuff. So really this was the album, and of course it follows Face the Music, which came out the year prior. Face the Music was the first big album for the band. This is kind of the album that really broke ELO and kind of saw their move into blending pop music with classical and progressive rock and a little bit of psychedelia. I think more of the pop leanings would start to come out on this album, whereas the earlier ELO albums, much more an extension of the move, which of course Bev Bevan, Jeff Lynne, and originally Roy Wood had come from, into now more of like a kind of pop and rock sensation, right? But it's with this album, I think, that the band really took that one step further, and this was the kind of the bridge to what would be Out of the Blue. But I think this is one of those albums that, again, because it comes sandwiched between Face the Music and Out of the Blue, and even El Dorado before that, I think sometimes folks tend to forget about this one a little bit, and it's a fine album. Although I have talked to plenty of people in my life who have stated that this is their favorite ELO album, and you know what? I can't argue that much at all because I think it's an absolutely great one. It starts off with the absolutely enlightening, engaging Tightrope. All right, all the strings and the synthesizers and the big vocals, and it's just absolutely lovely song. And Tightrope is, and Bev Bevan's drumming. Come on, people. I mean, it's like, the guy is one of the best. And the whole song is just big and bombastic and melodic and just absolutely, feel-good stuff, right? It's just totally feel-good stuff. From there, we go to, of course, the Lush, oh, telephone line, give me some time. It's another great hook-laden song. And I tell you, Jeff Lynne's fascination with the Beatles-style harmonies all over this album. You get the big rocker that comes next, which is Rockaria. Okay, that's one of the two more, rockin' songs on the album. And then the kind of floating, dreamy Mission, a world record, kind of finishes out side A or side 1, first half of the CD. Then we move over on the side 2. So then we've got what perhaps is the first instance of hearing like the influence of the disco era on the band's music, and we would see that over the next couple of albums. So Fine. Okay. I want it so fine. Whoa, whoa. The sweeping synthesizers. One of the things I love about this band, especially in this era, I love the perfect blending of new technology with all the Moog synthesizers and all that. Richard Tandy utilizing everything under the sun. If you look at any of the credits on any of these albums, I mean, he plays every kind of synthesizer that was available to him with the violins and the cello. And it makes such a perfect marriage. And the big drums in the background. And, it's like Jeff contributes some guitar, obviously, but this was never a guitar band. That's not what they were all about. So Fine, though. Such an engaging, just snappy, breezy song. Great hook on that, and that continues with Living Thing, right, which also released as a single. Living Thing, just great chorus. I'm taking a dive, it's a living thing. Just amazing stuff. I remember being a kid listening to these albums, and this was just like, even though I was into heavier stuff, even at that early age, I was just totally taken away with the music of Electric Light Orchestra. So great. Then you've got the Lush Above the Clouds. All right, following Living Thing. Another fine song. Again, those Beatles references all over the place. And then a reimagining of an old Move song, which, made even more popular by ELO doing it. Do Ya? That's the big guitar. Just great heavy rock song. That and Rockaria kind of go well together. So you got one on each side of the album. You got one heavy rocker on each side, well, among all the other cool stuff. And then the song that might even be the strongest track on the album, and I think, I'm not even sure if they released this as a single. I don't think they did. They did not. Shangri-La. Shangri-La is just wonderful, lush, and just dreamy and soaring, and just, that chorus, absolutely great. The instrumentation, all the strings just kind of swirling around the mix and the beds of synthesizers. And Jeff Lynne's vocals. What a great singer, right? This is a really good album. And the lineup of this band at the time. So you got Jeff Lynne on vocals, guitars, some electric piano, Bev Bevan on drums, Richard Tandy on all sorts of keyboards and synths, a little bit of guitar as well. Kelly Grocut, the great Kelly Grocut, those great backing vocals on bass guitar. Mick Kaminsky on violin, Hugh McDowell on cello, and Melvin Gale on cello on this album. So, and then you got a bunch of backing singers and stuff. But yeah, a New World record. Just wonderful stuff. Let me just take this out here. There you go. Get a good look at that. Jeff had the big hair back then, right? Yeah, really cool album. And I think, you look at the career of Electric Light Orchestra, and I like On the Third Day a lot too, but I think that they really started hitting their stride with El Dorado. And, basically El Dorado Faced the Music, a New World record, and Out of the Blue. And just, and again, On the Third Day and Discovery, mighty fine too, I think. So for me, that's a really strong run. And the first two albums are very, very different. They're not as kind of immediate as some of the rest of the stuff, but there's brilliance on those as well. And even some of the 80s and stuff, going into the more modern times. But yeah, today, our classic album Rewind, a New World record. Check it out if you haven't. And if you haven't listened to it in quite a while, now's the time to rewind. Hit that rewind button, play it, enjoy it for all it is. And we'll see you tomorrow morning and each and every morning throughout this month with more classic album rewind. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. A little programming updates. So we had to reschedule the Steve Lukather interview. Hopefully that's happening today. It's on the calendar for today. Lynn Versace and I had to reschedule the two shows we were going to do together. That's the ABBA Top 10 Songs and Steve Morse Band ranking the album show. So those will hopefully be happening next week. So, things come up, guys. That is what it is. So, but Martin Popoff and I will be back at you this morning. And Stephen Reed on the channel tomorrow, where he's going to be ranking the catalog of Thunder. Okay, I'm just going to be kind of hanging out. So that's what's happening over the next couple days. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell if you want to make a channel donation. The link to the Ko-Fi page is below, as well as the link to our website and the merch page if you want to check out the Sea Tranquility swag. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.